Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Luke, and you're watching Luke the Gathering. Thanks for checking out the channel. I really appreciate it, as always. And it's Friday night, which means Friday Night Magic. I hate missing Friday Night Magic, so obviously I didn't. I went to play this evening, had a great time as usual. The deck I drafted, I thought, performed well. Kind of an aggressive deck. I was very aggressive with this deck, trying to get out lots of little small creatures and just attacking as much as possible. And it did well. I won 2 games, lost 1. Well, 2 rounds and lost 1 round. And in the final round that I did lose, I lost to sort of a grindier deck. A deck that played all colors. So like a Wooburg deck. I was technically Selesnya, or technically Abzan, green, black, and white, but I only had 1 card with a black pip on it, and funny fact, it never actually came out to play. I had black mana, but never got the actual card out, which I was a bit sad about, because I think it would have helped, especially in that final game. So that card never made an appearance, along with some other cards. So I'm going to show you the deck that I made, and talk about it. And then, of course, we can see the cards that we won. We had 3 packs to open at the end. We got New Capenna, Brothers War, and an Epilogue pack to check out. So let's turn the camera around and check out the deck. Okay, here we go. This was a great card, Tarkir Dune Shaper. Thankfully, I didn't have very many 1-drops, but this was my 1-drop. And this card came out often, which was great to just have a little pressure right at the beginning. Since I was playing my deck so aggressively, this card was perfect. And once I got the 4 mana, oftentimes I did flip it over to the Burnished Dune Stomper. It's a 4/3 trample, putting in a lot of damage. The Sunblessed Guardian, also great. 2-drop, I really like this card. The front side, whatever. But the back side is so cool. It's when it attacks, it makes a copy of itself. And attacks, that copy goes away at the end of the turn, but still, just a beast. This is a beast, I feel like. Finn the Fangbear, I never complain about having Finn in the deck. Great at the beginning of the game, blocking, not letting people come in. Also great out on the attack. Give him a weapon and have at it. Golden Scale Aeronaut. This card, actually, I never even played on the field. I don't know if I even drew this card, so nothing to say about there. Jungle Hollow, nothing big. Bolas Slinger, really good card. Selesnya in March of the Machines has like a theme of +1/+1 counters, so backup is like kind of a big part of that archetype. Bolas Slinger is one of the best when it comes to attacking and getting attacks through, giving +1/+1 and tapping an opponent's creature. That's really cool. Really great card. Fertilid's Favor, great combat trick. Swordsworn Cavalier, just a decent 2-drop. Try to put as much decent 2-drops in as I could. Arachnoid Adaptation, also a great little combat trick there for really cheap. Excuse me. We have Invasion of Zendikar. Really love this card. This card lets you get 2 basic land cards out right onto the battlefield tapped, so it really sets you up for your next turns. When it transforms, it's a 4/4 Vigilance Haste creature, which is pretty sweet. Cut Short, this actually came in handy. Even though I was pretty aggressive, this deck did grind a little bit, and when it did cut short, it was really helpful. Streetwise Negotiator, love this guy. It's an 0/2, but it really, it's really like a 2/2 or a 3/3 if you back himself up. So, really cool card. Uncommon, nice 2-drop, really. Core Halberd is a sweet weapon. It gives your creature vigilance +1/+1. It makes a big difference. A lot of the creature types have very similar stat lines, and so given a +1/+1 is just huge. And this thing kind of stays around. It's not like it goes away. It falls off, and then you can just re-equip it to something. Really nice. I really like the Halberd. Converter Beast, great. Incubate 5, leaves a chump blocker behind. Pretty cool. Grasp, again, really good just to freeze down something. Maybe it doesn't last forever, Maybe they could sacrifice, the creature or something. It's a good card. Wary Thespian, I think is a really nice 2-drop. If they can't block it, they're taking 3 damage. I mean, that's cool. And it surveils on ETB and when it leaves. A Brawler. I don't know. I took this card a little earlier than I probably should have, but ended up green-white anyways. Only had this card being played on the first round, and it did a good job. It got up to about 4/4 before they killed it. The Attentive Sky Warden is really cool. Transforms incubator tokens. A lot of the people in my pod in the draft there was no flying that much, so if this thing could stick, it did a good amount of damage. Chomping Kavu is just a really solid green creature. Really like this one. Another Bola Slinger. Tangle Skyline, incubate 5 yet again. Really cool. Does a number on, with the 5 incubator token out there. And it gives, Phyrexian's Reach, which really helps if they have anything in the sky. This is the Moag. This would have been helpful, actually, in some of those games, but I never was able to get this particular invasion into my hand even. It gives +1/+1 to all the creatures you control. Then it turns into a 3/3 where you could keep putting 1/1s on stuff. Wish I could have gotten that out. Here's the one card that had a black pip on it, Drana and Linvala. Never got this card out. But one card in the 3rd round that really just annihilated me was Glistening Dawn. Glistening Dawn makes 2 incubator tokens to the number of lands you have, and they always turn out to be like 6/6s or 5/5s, but in this case they were 6/6s, and I couldn't do anything about it. But this would have really helped against that, but never got them out ever. What I did get out was the Progenitor Exarch. At first I didn't really like this guy, but late game this guy I think is really good, especially when you have a lot of mana. You can just sink a lot of mana in there and get a bunch of incubators. 3. So incubator 3. So really good. So that is the deck. Went 2-1. I was pretty happy with the deck. And so let's take a look at... Do I have my sideboard here? Yeah, I do have my sideboard. There's something really crazy in the sideboard. There's one kind of crazier card in the sideboard. Here's another Invasion of Moag. Sanctified. This guy could have been in the deck probably. Dismal Backwater. This was in the deck for a while. Aerial Boost until I took it out. And then I had some blue cards. Jin-Gitaxias. That was a pack to pick 1. I was like, maybe I pivot into blue. I'm glad I didn't, but I did get a Jin-Gitaxias. I think everything else is just nothing big in terms of draft stuff. I did use these tokens quite a bit. It's got 2 incubators, which is cool. All right, let's check out the packs. Let's start with Epilogue. Excuse me. Still feeling a lot of allergies for myself. Let's see. We got a Warmonger, Cosmic Rebirth, Plarg, and Nasari, Coppercoat Vanguard, Spark Rapture. Okay, so there's that. Let's go to Brothers War next. Alright, we got Kayla's Command, got the Island, and then we're going to Foundry Inspector, Deathbloom Ritualist, Military Discipline, and Haru Ana. Okay, so we got a card from the list out of there. Nothing too big. Last pack is Streets. One of my favorite sets. Plains. Plaza into... Ooh, we got Evelyn, which is just okay. Not a great card. And then Echo Inspector, which is a great draft card, but nothing like... Nothing too great. So there you have it. That was my pickups from the draft tonight and the winnings. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.